Miqdad and Lady Fatima, Hassan, and Hussein, and Ali, stood in front and we stood behind him and recited the prayer. And Aisha was in her room, she did not know anything. Allah had put a curtain over her eyes. After that 10 people from Muhajirin and 10 people from Ansar, they were coming in and praying and going out until such time that there was no one left from the Muhajirin and Ansar who had not prayed. Salman said, I told Ali, when he was giving the bath to the Holy Prophet what the community had done, and I told him Abu Bakr is at this time on the pulpit of the Holy Prophet and people are not happy to pay allegiance with one hand, but they are paying allegiance with both hands, left and right. Ali replied, O Salman, do you know who was the first to pay allegiance to him on the pulpit of the Holy Prophet's? Salman, no, but I can say that I saw him in the shade of Bani Sa'idah at the time when the Ansar were quarreling. The first one who paid allegiance was Mughira ibn Shu'abah, after him Bashir ibn Sa'id paid allegiance, then Abu Ubaidah Jarrah, then Umar ibn Khattab, then Salim Mawla Abi Huzaifa and Ma'az ibn Jabal. Ali said, I am not asking about these people, but do you know who was the first to pay allegiance when he first went on the pulpit? Salman said, no, but I saw one very old man who supported himself with a stick and had a mark in between his 2 eyes. The mark was very dry. He went to the pulpit first of all and bowed and was crying and saying, Praise is due to Allah who did not make me die until I saw you in this place. You stretch your hand. So Abu Bakr stretched his hand and the old man paid allegiance. Then the old man said, This religion is like the religion of Adam. Then he got down from the pulpit and walked out of the masjid. At that time Ali asked, O Salman, do you know who this person was? Salman said, No, but I did not like his talk. It was like he was pleased with the sad demise of the Holy Prophet. Ali said, This was Iblis, may Allah curse him. The Holy Prophet had informed me that Iblis and his top companions were present when, by God's command, the Holy Prophet had declared me Caliph in Ghadir come, and the Holy Prophet had informed people that I was Mawla master of everyone, and he the Prophet had commanded people present that they should pass this message to those that were not present at Ghadir. So, the companions of Iblis came and told him, This community is blessed and is infallible. Now you and we have no power to manipulate them since they have been told who is their refuge and who is their leader after their prophet. At that time Iblis was saddened and he went away from there. Ali said, After this I was informed by the Holy Prophet when he said, People will pay allegiance to Abu Bakr in the shade of Bani Sa'idah, when they will quarrel through my right and authority. After that they will come to mosque and the first person that will pay allegiance to him on my pulpit will be Iblis, who will come in the form of an old man and say so and so. After that he will go out and gather his companions, Shaitan and Iblis. They will all go into his prostration and say, O my Lord and my Almighty, you are the one who made Adam come out of heaven and said, Which community is it that which will not deviate after the death of their prophet? Never, you thought that I will not be able to manipulate them and I will have no ways. Now how do you people find me with what I did with them when they left Allah's obedience and the command of their prophet? And this is what Allah has said. And certainly, the Shaitan found true his conjecture concerning them, so they followed him. Except a party of the believers. 34:20. Iblis made his thought a true action and people obeyed him except a few faithful ones. Salman said, When it was night, Ali made Lady Fatima arrive and took hands of his sons Hassan and Hussein, and went to each and every house of those Muhajirin and Ansar who were of Badr, and reminded them of his rights, called them to help him. But except 4 people nobody came forward to help. He asked the helpers to shave their heads and, in the morning, go to him with their weapons ready to help and pay allegiance to death. In the morning except 4, no one kept their promise. So, Salam asked, Who were those 4? Salman replied, Myself, Abu Dar, Miqdad and Zubair. Then on the second night Ali returned to all those who did not come and reminded them to fulfill their promise. They all said they would turn up the next morning, but except us no one turned up. On the third night Ali went again and again on the third day except us no one turned up. When Ali saw their treachery and disloyalty, he remained inside his house and started compiling the Quran and did not come out of his house until the whole Quran was compiled. At that time verses were written in wood, skin and pieces. After he had collected all the verses and wrote with his own hands in the manner the verses were revealed, with their meanings, and wrote those verses that were revealed to replace previous verses. And the verses that were those on which action was no longer required. Then Abu Bakr sent people to his house to come out and pay allegiance to him. Ali sent a message saying that he was busy, and he had taken an oath that except for prayers he will not wear a cloak until he has collected and compiled the Quran. So, for a few days they kept quiet. Ali compiled and completed the whole Quran in one piece of cloth and came to people when they were with Abu Bakr in Masjid Nabawi. He very loudly said, "O people, since the passing away of the Holy Prophet I was busy giving him the ritual bath and compiling the Quran, until it has been collected in one piece of cloth. There is not any verse that Allah has revealed which is not in this compilation, and there is not a single verse that the Holy Prophet did not make me read, and there is no verse of which the Holy Prophet did not tell me the meaning. And there was no companion of the Holy Prophet's left to whose house he did not go, and bearing Allah as his witness, told of his rights and called them to help him, but except for us four no one agreed. We shaved our heads and offered our help to him. Amongst us the one who had most intelligently helped him was Zubair. When Ali saw that people had left him and did not help him, and all of them had joined Abu Bakr and showed him respect and obeyed him, he stayed at home. Umar asked Abu Bakr, "What is it that has stopped you from sending somebody to Ali to ask him to pay allegiance?" Because except him and those four, there was nobody left who had not paid allegiance. Abu Bakr was a little softer at heart, kinder, cleverer, and more thoughtful. The other one was very short-tempered, hard-hearted and an oppressor. Abu Bakr replied by asking whom he should send to Ali, to which Umar replied that he was sending Qunfuz, who was a very tough, short-tempered oppressor from Tulika 12, and was from the tribe of Adi ibn Ka'ab. Abu Bakr sent him to Ali, and sent more men to help him. He went and requested permission from Ali. Ali refused permission. The helpers of Qunfuz returned to Abu Bakr and Umar. These two were sitting in the mosque with people gathered around them. They all told that Ali did not give them permission. Umar told them to go back to Ali, and if he refuses, enter without permission. They went and asked permission. Lady Fatima told them that she was not permitting them to enter. They returned, but Qunfuz, the cursed, remained. His companions said that Lady Fatima had said such, and she was not permitting them to enter. Umar said angrily, "What do we have to do with women?" Then Umar told those people who had gathered around him to collect wood. They all collected, and Umar himself lifted and went to the house of Ali, Lady Fatima, and their two sons, and arranged wood all around the house and then said in a voice loud enough to make Ali, and Lady Fatima, hear. By God, O Ali, come out and pay allegiance to the Caliph of the Holy Prophet of Allah. Otherwise we will burn your house. Lady Fatima said, "O Umar, what do you have to do with us?" He replied, "Open the door, otherwise we will burn your house." Lady Fatima said, "O Umar, are you not afraid of Allah and are you entering our house?" Umar refused to return. He asked fire to be brought and he set the door on fire, then he pushed it and entered. Lady Fatima came in front and screamed loudly, "O father, O Prophet of Allah!" Umar raised his sword with the shield and hit her on the side. She screamed, "O father!" He then lifted a whip and hit her on the hand and she cried, "O Prophet of Allah!" Abu Bakr and Umar behaved very badly after you. Ali rushed, held him by the neck and pushed him away and Umar fell down and hurt his neck and nose. Ali intended to kill him. He remembered what the Holy Prophet had said, and he said, "By him, who gave Muhammad the status of prophethood, O son of Sahik, if the book from Allah had not been revealed and if the Holy Prophet had not taken a promise from me before, then you would have known that you could have never entered my house." Umar, complaining, sent somebody, and some people came and entered the house. Ali went forward. to lift his sword, so Qunfuz returned to Abu Bakr, and Abu Bakr was frightened that Ali, with his sword, would go to him, since he knew Ali's bravery and determination. Abu Bakr said to Qunfuz, "Return to Ali's house, and if he comes out then fine, otherwise enter his house. If he refuses then set the house on fire." Qunfuz, the cursed, returned and entered the house, without permission, with his companions. Ali, went forward to pick his sword. These people, who were so many, went forward against him, got hold of him, raised their swords, arrested him and tied a rope in his neck. Lady Fatima, came in between Ali, and those people near the door of the house, so Qunfuz hit her with a whip. When she passed away, the mark of the wound was still on her shoulder. May Allah curse Qunfuz and the one who sent him. Then they pulled Ali, by force until they brought him to Abu Bakr, when Umar was standing with a sword behind Abu Bakr. Khalid ibn Walid, Abu Ubaidah ibn Jarrah and Salim Mawla Abu Huzaifa, Mughira ibn Sha'aba and others were sitting near Abu Bakr with weapons in their hands. Sulaim says, "I asked Salman, did these people enter the house of Lady Fatima, without permission?" He replied, "Yes, by God, when she did not even have a chador over her." So, she screamed, "O father, O Prophet of Allah, Abu Bakr and Umar behaved so badly after you, while your eyes have not even closed in the grave," and she was saying this loudly. Salman said, "I saw Abu Bakr and those sitting near him crying with tears, and whoever was there was crying except Umar, Khalid ibn Walid, and Mughira ibn Sha'aba." Umar was saying, "We have nothing to do with women and their opinion." Salman said, "Ali was taken to Abu Bakr and he was saying, 'By God, if I had my sword in my hand, then you would see that you would have never reached this stage. By God, I do not consider myself bad in doing jihad with you. If I had even 40 people, then I would disperse your community. May God curse that community who paid allegiance to me and then became disloyal." When Abu Bakr saw Ali, he screamed and loudly said, "Release him." Ali said, "O Abu Bakr, how soon did you act against the Holy Prophet and with what rights and reasons you called people to pay you allegiance? Did you not pay allegiance to me yesterday by the command of Allah and His Prophet?" Qunfuz the cursed had hit Lady Fatima with a whip when she came in between Ali and the people, and Umar had sent him saying, "If Fatima comes in between you and her husband, hit her." So Qunfuz, the cursed, forced her to take refuge behind the door, and he pushed the door so her rib near the side got broken and she had a miscarriage. So she was continuously ill until she attained martyrdom. In this, Salman said, when Ali was taken to Abu Bakr, Umar very rudely told Ali, "Pay allegiance to Abu Bakr and leave your useless talks." Ali asked, "If I do not pay allegiance, what will you people do?" People said, "We will kill you with humiliation and degradation." Ali said, "That will mean that you killed Abdullah and the brother of Prophet of Allah." Abu Bakr said, "As far as Abdullah is concerned it is correct, but we do not accept you the brother of the Prophet of Allah." Ali said, "Do you deny that the Holy Prophet had declared brotherhood between him and myself?" Abu Bakr said, "Yes." Ali repeated this thrice. Then Ali turned towards those people who had gathered around Abu Bakr and said, "O group of Muslims, Muhajirin and Ansar, I am asking you to swear by Allah that you have heard the Holy Prophet say such and such, and Ghadir come and say such and such in the battle of Tabuk. He did not leave anything that the Holy Prophet had said, until he reminded them of absolutely everything." Everyone replied, "Indeed, yes." When Abu Bakr heard this, he got frightened that people might help Ali to stop what was being done. He quickly said, "What you have said is true, and I have heard it with my own ears. I knew in my heart, remembered it, but I also heard after that the Holy Prophet say, 'We all albeit are those whom Allah has chosen and gave a status and has chosen the hereafter against this world for us. And Allah has not decreed that prophethood and caliphate be the same.'" Ali asked, "Is there anyone among the companions of the Holy Prophet who can be a witness to what you have said?" Umar said, "The Caliph of the Holy Prophet is saying truth. I have heard the Prophet of Allah saying this." Abu Ubaidah, Salim Mawla Abu Huzaifa and Ma'az ibn Jabal said, He has told the truth. We have heard it from the Prophet of Allah s. Ali said to him, you have completed your cursed Sahifa which you agreed in Kaaba, i.e. if Muhammad is killed or dies, you people will take away this caliphate from all al-Bayt. Abu Bakr asked, how did you know about this? We did not tell you. Ali said, O Zubair, you, and Salman, you, and Abu Dar and Miqdad, you, I am asking you for the sake of Allah and for the sake of Islam, did you not hear the Holy Prophet say when you were listening, this one and that one, until he counted up to 5, they have made between them a written agreement and have vowed to keep it if I am killed or I die. They replied, indeed, yes, we heard the Holy Prophet say that to you. Yes, we heard that these people had made an agreement and vowed to keep it if he is killed or dies. They will overpower you and, O Ali, they will remove you from this caliphate. Ali said, when the Holy Prophet said this I asked, O Prophet of Allah, may my parents be sacrificed for you, when this happens what do you instruct me to do? Salman, Abu Dar, Miqdad and Zubair said, he instructed you that if you find helpers then you fight against them and get your rights, if you do not get helpers then you pay allegiance and save your blood. Ali said, by God, if those 40 people who paid allegiance to me had been loyal to me then I would have fought against you in the way of Allah. But remember, by God, until the day of judgment your generation will not get it caliphate. And what makes your talks a lie, which you have attributed to the Holy Prophet as Allah saying? Or do they envy the people for what Allah has given them of His grace? But indeed, we have given to Ibrahim's children the book and wisdom and we have given them a grand kingdom. 4:54. What is meant by book here is prophethood, wisdom is tradition and grand kingdom is caliphate and we are Ibrahim's children. The prophet has a greater claim on the faithful than they have on themselves, and his wives are their mother, and the possessors of relationship have the better claim in the ordinance of Allah to inheritance, one with respect to another, that other believers, and then those who have fled their homes, except that you do some good to your friends. This is written in the book. 33:6. So, you also bring forward whom Allah has brought forward and put behind him whom Allah has left behind and give wilayat guardianship and inheritance to the one to whom Allah has given. Umar stood up and said to Abu Bakr who was sitting on the pulpit, you are sitting on the pulpit and this man is sitting and is prepared for war, he is not getting up to pay you allegiance. Give us order to cut his neck off. At this time Hassan and Hussein were standing and when they heard what Umar said they started crying. Ali hugged both of them and told them, do not cry, by God, these people are not able to kill your father. Aman, who had brought up the Holy Prophet came forward and said, O Abu Bakr, how soon have you all revealed your hypocrisy and jealousy? Umar gave order and she was removed from the mosque. He said, what do we have to do with women? Buraida Islami stood up and said, Oh, Umar, are you attacking the brother and the father of the children of the Holy Prophet And you are that very person whose reputation in Quraysh is known to us. Are you two not the ones to whom the Holy Prophet had told to go to Ali, and greet him saying, Amir al-Mu'minin, and you two had asked if this was in accordance with Allah and His Prophet's command, and the Prophet had said yes. Abu Bakr said, yes it was like that but the Prophet of Allah had after that said, for his prophethood and caliphate cannot be combined together. Buraida said, the Holy Prophet had not said that. By God I will not remain in a city in which you stay as Amir. Umar gave order and he was beaten and thrown out of the mosque. Then Umar said, O Ibn Abi Talib, stand up and pay allegiance. Ali asked, if I do not do it then? He said, at that time we will cut your neck. Ali said it 3 times. Then he without opening his palm, stretched his hand and Abu Bakr put his hand on his Ali's hand and was happy with that. Before allegiance Ali, when a rope was tied to his neck, said loudly, Son of my mother, surely the people reckoned me weak and had well nigh slain me 7. 150. Zubair was told to pay allegiance, he refused. Umar, Khalid ibn Walid and Mayra ibn Sha'aba with a few people rushed to him, took away his sword from his hand, threw it on the floor and broke it, and held him by the neck. Zubair said, when Umar was on his chest. O son of Sa'ik, by God, if my sword was in my hand, then you would not have got away from me. He then paid allegiance. Salman says, then they held me, and twisted my neck until it became like a piece of flesh, then took my hand and twisted it, and then forcefully I paid the allegiance. Then Abu Dar and Miqdad also paid allegiance forcefully. And among us there was nobody as outspoken as Zubair, because when he paid allegiance he said, O son of Sa'ik, by God, if these evil people who supported you were not present, then you would not able to come to me, and my sword would be with me, because I know your cowardice and disgrace, but you have got a few evil people from whom you gained strength and are attaching. Umar became very angry and said, are you talking about Sa'ik? Zubair asked, Sa'ik who? And can you stop me talking about Sa'ik when Sa'ik was a prostitute? Do you deny that? Was she not an Ethiopian servant of my grandfather, Abdul Muttalib? Your grandfather Nufail committed adultery with her, so your father Katab was born. After adultery, that servant girl was given to your grandfather by Abdul Muttalib, then your father was born, so he was my father's servant who was born by adultery. Then Abu Bakr made peace between these two, Zubair and Umar, and then both stopped quarreling. Sulaim ibn Qays says, I said to Salman, O Salman, you paid allegiance to Abu Bakr and you did not say anything. Salman replied, after allegiance I said to all, forever and forever may you be destroyed. Do you know what you have done to yourselves? You have done good and you did bad. It is good because you chose the tradition of those who passed away before, that is fighting and disuniting. And it is bad, because you left the tradition of your prophet until you removed caliphate from its minds and from him whose right it was. Umar said, O Salman, now that your companion has paid allegiance, and you have paid too, say what you like and do what you like, and your companion can say what he wants. Salman said, I said to Umar, I have heard the Holy Prophet say that until the day of judgment the sins of the entire community will be on you, Umar, and your companion whom you have paid allegiance. And the punishment of that will be equal to the punishment of the entire community. So, Umar said, say what you like. What? Have you not paid allegiance? And God has not made your eyes calm in a way that your companion gets caliphate? Salman said, he said, I bear witness that I have read in various books of Allah that you, with your names, ancestors and attributes, are one of the doors of hell. Umar said to me, say what you like. Has Allah not taken away the caliphate from the al-Bayt whom you had made your God, apart from Allah? So, I said to him, I bear witness that I have heard from the Holy Prophet He said it when I asked him about the verse. But on that day shall no one chastise with anything like his chastisement. 89. 25. And no one shall bind with anything like his binding. 89. 26. He told me that it meant you, Umar. Umar said, shut up, may Allah make you die. O servant, O the son of evil-tongued. Ali said, O Salman, I hold you by oath, keep quiet. Salman said, by God, if Ali had not ordered me to keep quiet, I would have told him all that has been revealed relating to him, and I would have told him also all that I have heard from the Holy Prophet concerning him and his companion. When Umar saw that I was quiet, he told me, no doubt, you are very obedient to him and listen to what he says. When Abu Dar and Miqdad paid allegiance, they did not say anything. Umar said, O Salman, why did you not keep quiet like your two companions kept quiet? By God, you do not love all al-Bayt any more than these two, and you do not respect their rights more than these two. You saw them pay allegiance quietly. Abu Dar said, O Umar, are you taunting me about the love of Muhammad and the respect of their rights? May Allah curse, and he did curse those people who held enmity with them, accused them and took away their rights, and made people ride over their necks and reversed the community to their previous beliefs. Umar said, Amen. May Allah curse those who took their rights. By God, Muhammad are equal in this. Abu Dar said, so why did you challenge Ansar through Muhammad and their rights? Ali said to Umar, O son of Sa'ik, if we do not have any right in this, then is it yours and the son of a woman who eats flies? Abu Bakr. Umar said, O Abul Hassan, now that you have paid allegiance, keep quiet because people were happy with my companion and were not happy with you, what is my fault in this? Ali said, but God and his prophet are not happy with anyone except myself, so you, your companion, and those who obeyed you, and those who supported you, and good news be for you on Allah's anger with you, and his punishment and his degradation of you. O Ibn Khattab, may evil befall you, if only you knew how you have erred. If you knew of what you have come out and what you have entered and what evil you have done for yourself and your companion. Abu Bakr said, O Umar, now that he has paid allegiance to us and we have been saved from any harm from him, leave him to say what he wants to say. Ali said, except one thing, I do not say anything. O four people Salman, Zubair, Abu Darran, Miqdad, I am reminding you I have heard the Holy Prophet say, no doubt, there will be one coffin of fire in which there will be 12 people, 6 from the beginning and 6 from the end, that will be in a well which is in the bottom level of the hell. And this coffin will be the one that will be locked. There will be a stone kept on the well. When Allah wishes the hell fire to be lighted, he will remove that stone from the top of the well. At that time the hell will set alight with the flames and heat of the well. Ali continued, I asked the Holy Prophet and you were present, who are the ones from the beginning? He replied that from the beginning there will be Adam's son who killed his brother, and Pharaoh of pharaohs, and the one who argued with the Prophet Ibrahim, concerning God, and 2 people of Bani Israel who changed their book and their tradition. One of these 2 is the one that made Yahudi, a Yahudi, and the other made Nasrani, a Nasrani. And the 6th one is Iblis. And from the end is Dajjal. And these 5 who are Sahifa, and Kitab, and Jibt and Taghut, O my brother, who made an agreement and contract of enmity towards you. And after me, they will overpower you. This one and this one, until he gave names and counted also. Salman says he said, you have told truth, we bear witness that we heard the Holy Prophet say that. Uthman said, O Abul Hassan, have you or your companions have any hadith concerning me? Ali said, yes, why not? I have heard the Holy Prophet saying that he has cursed you twice, and then he did not even repent when he cursed you. Uthman got angry at that and said, what do I have to do with you? You never leave me, neither during the time of the Prophet not after him. Ali said, yes, may Allah humiliate you. Uthman said, by God, I have heard the Holy Prophet saying, Zubair will be killed when he becomes an apostate of Islam. Salman says, Ali told me, and this was between him and myself. Uthman has said truth, and this will be when after Uthman is killed, he will pay allegiance to me and then will break it and be killed an apostate. Salman says, then Ali said, except for, after the Holy Prophet everyone has become an apostate. After the Holy Prophet's people became like Harun and those who followed him and like the cow and those who followed it, so Ali is like Harun and Atiq Abu Bakr like the cow, and Umar like Samiri. I heard the Holy Prophet saying, no doubt, a community of my companions will come who will have a high status with me so that they pass the Sirat bridge on the day of judgment, and when they will see me and I will see them, they will recognize me, and I will recognize them. They will come very near to me. I will say, O God, these are my companions, it will be said. Do not you know what they did after you? Indeed, they reverted when you parted from them. I will say, go away and get destroyed. And I have heard the Holy Prophet say, my community will choose the tradition of Bani Israel in exactly the same manner that one foot falls on the other foot, one span equal to another span, one hand like the other, one distance like the other distance, until they enter a hole, then these people will also enter that hole. Surely, Torah and the Quran were written by one angel, on one skin, and with one pen. And all examples with tradition became like 113. The Prophet turned towards his daughter and said, you are the first one in my al-Bayt who will meet me, and you are the leader of the women of paradise. Soon after me, you will be oppressed and forced, and you will be beaten and your rib will be broken. May Allah curse your killer, and curse the one who ordered it, and also curse those who became happy, and also curse those who help him and those who overpower you, and curse the oppressor of your husband, and curse also those who oppress your children. 14. 1. Hafiz Abi Nuaym Isfahani in Hilya. Muhammad ibn Talha Shafi'i in Matalib as-Su'al. Baladuri in Tiarik. Sheikh Sulayman Baqi Hanafi in Yanabi al-Mawada, Chapter 43, from Hamwaini. Mir Sayyid Ali Hamadani Shafi'i in Mawadat. Al-Kurba, Mawada v. Dailami in Firdaus. 2. Bukhari in his Sahih, Volume 3, Chapter of Ghazawa Khaybar, page 37, and Muslim ibn Hujjaj, in his Sahih, Volume 5. Page 154. 3. Ibn Abu al-Hadid, in his Shar Anaj al-Balagha, Volume 2, page 18, narrates from Zuhri. 4. Ahmad ibn Aysam al-Kufi Shafi'i in Futu, and Abu Nasr Hamidi, in Jama Bain as-Sahihain report from Nafi, quoting from Zuhri. 5. See Sahih Bukhari, Part 5 and 7. 6. Like Imam Ahmad ibn Hanbal in Musnad. Sulayman Kanduzi in Yanabi al-Mawada. Mir Sayyid Ali Hamadani in Mawadat al-Kurba. Ibn Hajar in Sawa'iq, reporting from Tirmidhi, Hakim and others, with a slight difference in wording. 7. Muhammad ibn Talha Shafi'i in his Matalib as-Su'al. Hafiz Abu Nuaym Isfahani in Hilyat al-Aliya, Volume 2, page .40, and Imam Abdur Rahman Nisai in his Qasas al-Alawi. 8. Hafiz Abu Musa ibn Muthanna Basri died 252 AH in his Mu'ajam. Ibn Hajar Asqalani in Isaba, Volume IV, page .35. Abu Ya'la Musali in his Sunan. Tibrani in Mu'ajam. Hakim Nishapuri in Mustadrak, Volume 7, p. 154. Hafiz Abu Nuaym Isfahani in Fazl. As Sahaba. Hafiz ibn Asakir in Tiarik al-Shami. Sibt ibn Jazi in Tadkira, p. 175. Muhib ud-Din Tabari in Dakair, p. 39. Ibn Hajar Maki in Sawa'iq, page 105 and Abu Urfan is Suban in Isa'afar Raghiban, page .171. 9. Muhammad ibn Ismail Bukhari in his Sahih, in the chapter Manakib Karabat al-Rasul Allah, page .71, quotes from Miswar. Ibn Makrama. 10. Ibrahim ibn Muhammad Sagafi, who is one of the trustworthy ulema of the Sunnis, Ibn Abu al-Hadid, and Ali ibn Muhammad Hamadani. 11. Peshawar Nights by Sultanul Waisan Shirazi. 12. When Makkah was conquered the Holy Prophet had released him hence Tulika. 13.